in its operation within Kaduna metropolis. Correspondent Muhammad Lawal Baba reports that the comptroller of the command, Haman Abdullahi Yerima, said the command will not relent to rid the state of potential security risks.
Comptroller Haman Yerima said surveillance by immigration officials in some locations within the metropolis led to the arrest. The operation took place in Barnawa, Malali, Ungwarimi, and Kaduna Zaria Dankanda toll gates, all aimed at getting rid of those without proper entry and resident permits in Nigeria.
In line with the Immigration Act, we have found it necessary to remove them. Every month from January, we had cause to do this exercise.
The comptroller emphasized the need to partner other security agencies to address the menace constituted by illegal aliens as the country is being faced with security challenges.
Kaduna has remained like a transit hub because they pass through other states that are bordering, have national borders, international borders, and come in either to remain in Kaduna or to transit down to other states in the Federation.
In Kaduna, Muhammad Lawal Baba, NTA News.
The Nigerian Air Force in Kaduna has commenced a court-martial against one of its personnel suspected of peddling cannabis sativa. Again, correspondent Muhammad Lawal Baba completes this report.
Musa Muhammad of 303 Flying Training School, Kano, a senior non-commissioned officer, was arrested by Army Task Force along Lokoja Abuja Road in possession of 13 bags of suspected cannabis sativa by the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency. President of the court-martial, Group Captain Cosmos Ozogu, said the offense the accused is being charged of is punishable under Section 65, subsection 1, and Section 65 of the Air Force Act. The offense, he explained, is contrary to the laws of the Federation, hence the reason for the trial session, which is to be conducted with dispatch as the military tradition warrants.
The NAF, having completed this investigation, has deemed it fit to prosecute the erring personnel. As we are already aware, the cardinal principles of the armed forces legal system is that justice must be exact.
In Kaduna, Muhammad Lawal Baba, NTA News.
Muhammad Lawal Baba's report concludes a contribution from Kaduna. Thank you for watching. Ifeanyi is back to you.
Thank you, Jumoke. Malian government signs agreement with Tuareg rebel group as international peace talks on Syria delay due to differences between Russia and the West at the G8 summit in Belfast. These and more on Global Tidbits compiled by Chimdimma Ndubisi.
The government of Mali has signed an agreement with the Tuareg rebel to allow Malian army return to Kidal town. And in Mozambique, the president has strongly condemned an attack by a large opposition group which claimed the lives of 6 government troops and wounded 3. And from northern Iran, reports say the International Peace Conference on Syria, expected to take place in August, will no longer hold as a result of unresolved differences between Russia and the West. Meanwhile, heavy fighting has resumed in several areas in Syria's biggest city. In another news, Afghanistan government is to send a team to hold peace talks with the Taliban as the country's security forces take over from the US-led NATO coalition.
Sports Now African champions Super Eagles of Nigeria arrived Salvador, northeastern Brazil, today ahead of their second Confederation Cup match against South American champions Uruguay on Thursday. Coach Stephen Keshi says his team will play better despite the 6-1 thrashing of Tahiti. Details with Bala Mohammed on Sports Updates.
Hat-trick in FIFA Confederations Cup history as he was involved in 4 of the goals scored as the Super Eagles thrashed Tahiti 6-1 in Group B at the 2013 FIFA Confederation Cup on Monday. Nigeria currently top Group B on 3 points with a +5 goal difference ahead of Spain with just a goal difference. Super Eagles will now face Uruguay on Thursday as action resumes Wednesday after a rest day on Tuesday. Meanwhile, football enthusiasts have continued to shower praises on the Super Eagles for proving to the Tahitians and football fans that they are African champions for real. Some of them who spoke with Bola Gumbi in Abuja on the brilliant performance urged the Eagles to keep the flag high and keep scoring.
I must commend the Eagles. That was a very, very well overwhelming performance.
So I advise the coach to make sure they stick to their plans and be very tactful when they engage these better teams.
FIFA President Sepp Blatter placed down on the protests in Brazil, saying people should stop using football for their local politics.
Together, we can build a better future. We cannot change the world, but we can build a better future.
Thousands of people marched through major streets of Brazil's bigger cities, protesting over rising public transport costs and the expense of staging the 2014 World Cup. With sports updates, Bala Muhammad, NTA News.
Up next is a look at the weather prospect across the country. And just before we go, remember, protecting lives and property should not be left in the hands of law